Hi, my name is Adam Haverola. Welcome to November's Flowers What's Next. We are going to create this gorgeous foraged centerpiece with your bouquet and some items that are laying on the ground in your backyard. This month is November. It's all about gathering and it's all about foraging and coming together with what you have. So as you can see on the table, lots of foraged items that I found in the backyard that I've been holding on to because it is perfect for November and that Thanksgiving autumnal centerpiece that we're going to create together. So let's start with what we're going to use. We're going to be using floral foam in this project. I already have it soaked, but I just wanted to show you. You can get this in the flower departments. It's usually green. Sometimes it's this gray. But green, gray, doesn't matter. The important thing I want to do is talk to you about soaking. Clean water, you cut your piece that you want and you just let it soak down. Don't pour water over it, don't push it down. It'll go on its own. The reason we do that is simply because if you pour water over the top, it won't soak in the middle. So you just got to let it take its moment. So that's why I'm showing you a piece here. See how quickly that is? Cut it for the size you want, clean water. It'll soak up water as it goes and you are perfectly set. So as that's finishing up, let's talk about our container this month. I had this basket sitting in the back room. I wanted to use it. It's very autumnal, the rustic, but you can use a basket, you can use a tray, whatever container you want. My only suggestion, it should be a little beaten up. It should be a little not new because we are very much going for that forage look. I had the basket, but I did not have a liner that fit. All I did is cut a garbage bag so the water doesn't drip out, lined it with a garbage bag, and put my wet foam right into there. So again, whatever container you have, something a little bit more rustic, a little bit more used, beaten up, that's what we want to use. And then you don't need this. I just have this Lazy Susan, so it's easier for me to rotate and show the camera. But I mean, if you have one, go ahead and do it. I think it's great. All right. So I have been collecting these items from the yard for a while because, like I said, I wanted them to use them for November. And so I just have some bark from a tree, this stump that we cut off. I don't know what we're going to do with it yet, but we're going to do that. Some branches and an autumnal, fall, beautiful foliage. So these are just whatever you have in your yard that's a little bit more foraged and come together. Let's use that. And so what we're going to do is start by, I don't want to show where we cut it off because I don't want to see that. So I'm going to place that down and I am just going to lean this off to one side. I want to make sure that I'm covering up the foam so you're not seeing that, but lay it off to one side. I think it's beautiful. This bark, again, it's all about just bringing the outside in. And you may not have this type of tree in your area, but whatever you have, just bring it in. And what I'm wanting to do is cover a lot of the foam. I want it to look like if you're walking through a forest and you're just stepping on pieces of nature that have kind of dried off from the season, that this is what it's looking like. And then our branch, typically I would love it to go up like this, but again, I really want that foraged kind of vibes. I'm just going to put this around. It just looks like, even this piece, just throw it in there, and it looks like it's just been foraged. And the branch that I cut them off, let's go ahead and throw the branch in. I know it seems a little off kilter right now, but I do think that it is exactly what you would see in the outdoors as you're walking around. Just a bunch of beautiful nature running through its peak and having a moment. So this is the base. How gorgeous is this really? This is such a pretty situation. This is our base for our design. All right, now we have the flowers laid out. I already assembled them onto the table. As you know, if you're with us in the past or if you're new, what we like to do is take our bouquet and separate it by the stem variety. So that way we know how many of each stem we have to utilize. It just makes it easier and more organized. It's just how my brain works. Looking at this, I think this is beautiful on its own, so I can't imagine how much more gorgeous it's going to be once we add these flowers. So let's get started. We're going to start with our Alstroemeria. And this is all about allowing your guests and yourself to see through the flowers at this floor of forestry that is laying there. So let's make sure all of the foliage is taken off and that you could see within the flower design. Do you see how you could still see within? Beautiful. So we have our yellow here. Let's put a little bit of yellow there. So let's take a cremone and let's just feed that through our design. And we're gonna put these. So now we have the yellow balanced on both sides. And we can't forget about this chunk, but we will get back to it. We have one gorgeous sunflower. This needs to be our focal point. So let's put this down right at the base. Our stock flowers. These are going to be our purple power. We need some depth color, so we're going to put one off to the side. And I can already tell there's too much foliage on there, so I'm going to pop some of this off, because it's so important with this design to be able to see down. And this one, I'm going to take, and let's put it like it's just barely growing out of the forest floor. How pretty is that? All right, what do we have? Palms. Take a couple of the laterals off. Actually, let's take all of the laterals. And we're going to do little groupings. So you take them in your hand, cut a little bit off like so, and let's just put a little grouping of these purple palms down in the bed of our forest. You see how that just gives a little bit of that just grown, fighting the death of the things on the floor. And we're going to do that with all of our palms. Do you see I'm just putting them here and there? I'm making sure the color balance is all the way through. We have 3 more here. I want to put them on this side. So that way we have the purple going through. And then another little grouping. I want to make sure that we get some flowers on the side of our big trunk. We want this to be an all-around design, so your guests at your table and even yourself can see it all the way around. Next we have a really fun Crispidia. So let's take those. And I feel like these can really grow way out of our forest. Do you see how it's coming together like you're telling a story of this beautiful forest that you have come upon, and you have captured it in a moment, and I think it's so gorgeous. And this is all stuff from your yard or a park. I don't think you're supposed to be doing that, but you can go to a park and get some pieces, and I just think it's stunning. Next, we're going to add in our Stemma Matricaria. So this we can pull off the pieces. And I'm going to take some of this foliage off because I really want to be able to see through. Again, just like we did the palms, take them in a cluster, cut them, and we're just going to put them into the design. Do you see how it just looks so natural? If you have another stem like this, you can cut off the tip. It's already a little cluster of its own. And we're going to put those in. And then our last one, I left it on the stem because I want to give this a little bit of height. Oh, I just shifted the whole thing. And then I'm just going to put this coming out like so. What do you think? Do you see how it looks like these flowers are just growing from the forest floor? You can still see in, you can see the broken branches and the leaves and the trunk. Everything just comes together to create a foraged masterpiece for your Thanksgiving table or your November table. Imagine this with winter white flowers coming out of it. You can take the base and just transition the flowers out and create a whole new look. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I do. I hope you have a fabulous Thanksgiving and gather with your friends and family, and we will see you next month.